Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Welcome to ACCA AFM Orientation Session. I am Hussain Qazi. Let's start the session. A quick briefing about my profile. Alhamdulillah, 1.5 decade of teaching experience for ACCA qualification. Specialized with AFM, SBR and FM. Senior faculty member at Tabani School of Accountancy and also associated with Escribir Academy. Alhamdulillah, the student associated with me got multiple times the prize winners, not locally Pakistan but internationally as well. As a chartered certified accountant, also associated in HRS network. My role as director, a very leading professional accountancy firm. And the WhatsApp number 00923218271784. So let's start the session. Actually, AFM orientation session based on 5 components. Number 1, what is the right approach to study finance? What is the right approach to study finance? Number 2, what inside the syllabus? Number 3, new exam structure. Number 4, exam preparation approach. What's the right approach for the preparation? And number 5, the last point, smart exam techniques. So number 1, what is the right approach to study finance? A very simple point. A very simple point. With the subject financial management, the foundation FM financial management, we need to think as an entrepreneur. We need to think as an entrepreneur. We need to think as a financial manager, not as accountant. Not as accountant. Any one entrepreneur, do you know that? Do you know any one of him? For example, Steve Jobs, for example, Bill Gates. They are entrepreneurs. For financial management, we need to think like an entrepreneur, not as an accountant. Not as an accountant, because accounting is about recording and reporting of transaction. That is about whatever has happened past. But here we are discussing about planning, decision making, future. So number 1, the first point, approach to study as finance, at finance manager, controller. Our mindset like an entrepreneur, not as an accountant. Subject is about planning, not about the past. It's about the future oriented, not the past. So always develop your mind that we are here for long-term decision making. So this picture, that is income statement and balance sheet. This is income statement and balance sheet. This one picture, but if our role as accountant, the picture role is different. But if we are financial manager, our role is different. Our role is different. Sir, what you are saying? Let's take one example. This is a business, and assume that you are the owner of this business. Here you are chairman, you are an entrepreneur, and this is me. This guy is me. I am Hussain Qazi, a chartered accountant. My role is very respectable, huh? Recording of transaction and reporting according to accounting standard. Let's take one scenario. There's a room where you and me both are sitting, and there's a knock on the room, and the chairman says, come on, come inside. And this guy is actually production manager. And there's a communication. The communication starts between the production manager and you, the chairman. Production manager says that, sir, congratulations. the capacity of your production plant is now become 100%. And now it's time to expand the plant, expand the capacity of this plant, expand the capacity of this plant. So our demand is continually increasing, continuously increasing. So we need to expand our production plant. And this communication, me, Hussain Qazi, as accountant, also hearing. The production manager is actually saying that expansion of plant, machinery, that's something investment. Now, this picture, the income statement, the balance sheet, the income statement, the balance sheet, what the imagination with respect to accountant at that moment. Me as an accountant will think in this manner. If this plant will purchase, what should be debited? What should be credited? What will be the estimated life? How to use the asset? What accounting standard I will apply for best reporting? This is my role. But there is one question. If you are chairman, will you think like an accountant? Will you think like an accountant? There's a question. Will you mind work with this communication as an accountant? No, never, sir. We will not think as an accountant. So how you as an entrepreneur will think or will respond? Your mind will respond. If we are going to expand this, then how to arrange finance? That is debts. How to arrange finance? Either from debts, either from equity, which is the best source of finance. How to invest? Should I invest this expansion? Means buy machine, buy new products, enter in the new market, or acquisition of business. The investment is only valuable if it's profitable. So need analysis. For example, NPV is not accounting. NPV is about decision making. So, ladies and gentlemen, the mindset you must have to develop about the studies of finance is that you need to think as an entrepreneur, as an advisor to entrepreneur. That is called financial manager. That is called senior financial manager. That is called CFOs. We are not here for reporting purpose. So that's the first point we have covered. That's yes, what's the right approach to study the finance. That's think about the future. Think as an entrepreneur. Best investment, best analysis. That's about long-term decision making. Now let's start AFM syllabus insights. There are 5 syllabus areas. There are 5 syllabus areas. Number 1, role of senior financial manager. Number 1. Number 2, advanced investment appraisal. Number 3, acquisition merger. Number 4, corporate reconstruction reorganization. Number 5, treasury risk management. One by one. Role of senior financial manager. This is 100% theory. This is 100% theory, where examiner expect that we have a good knowledge about how to company formulate and monitor. Formulate means plan, design, and after implementing, monitoring the investment policies or opportunities, the financing policies, either debts or equity, the dividend policies, and here examiner role not as only, examiner expectation not only as finance manager but as senior finance manager. Examiner expecting to respond or demonstrate our ability or explain the things, not the local investments or local financing aspects or local dividend policies, but also the role with multinational companies. How multinational companies think about investment opportunities, how multinational companies think about the financing policies, how multinational companies think about the dividend policies. So this is what about the role of senior finance manager. 100% theory. Exam scope 25 to 40 marks. Examiner examined sometimes out of 100, 35, 32 marks as well. I have exaggerated the 40 marks. This is all about theory, not more about 100% theory. This is what about the syllabus. How to cover, we will discuss later. Number 2, advanced investment appraisal. Advanced investment appraisal. Previously NPV, here something advanced. Advanced method. Advanced investment appraisal. APV. Adjusted present value. Real option pricing model. Previously you studied IRR. Here you will study MIRR. Previously studied payback. Here you will study the duration. Options, valuations, you never studied. Here we will cover. The important condition is that you have a strong foundation of F9. For example, if we are going to study advanced investment appraisal, but you are not good enough, you are not able to recall the things of basic F9, inflation points and all these type of things, you will not be able to cover the things important. You will not be able to cover the advanced investment appraisal. So for the sake of the coverage of advanced investment appraisal method, you need a strong foundation. Sir, should we revise F9? No. Just cover my course which includes every syllabus area. First we will start the quick brushing, quick revision of F9 and then move for the new one. It's advanced. Advanced investment appraisal is about the calculations, more about the calculation, but we cannot ignore the theory. Exam scope 25 to 35 marks. That's a point. Section C, very interesting. Acquisition mergers. Acquisition merger. Every business wants to grow. Every business wants to grow. But the business growth having two possibilities. Organic way, inorganic way. Organic means, for example, you are a bank, you have 50 branches. You wanted to grow. Number one option, organic. Organic means adding 10 more branches. Adding 20 more branches. That is organic way. Open 20, 30, 40, 50, organic way. Inorganic, aggressive. You wanted to grow. You are now a bank having 50 branches. You wanted to grow. You have acquired another bank with the 20 branches. Acquire all the customer base. Aggressive, inorganic. Either by organic way, either by inorganic way. Both have their own dynamics. Both have their own dynamics. Both strategy have their own dynamics. But here we will consider inorganic way, where we required the valuation. If you are a bank and you are acquired and you are a big bank, I mean, you have, for example, 500 branches. I am a small bank having 100 branches. You are going to acquire me. The very first thing you need to do that, you need to value my company. Determine the value of my company. How much value this acquiry should have. Let's need to negotiate with me. It's same case with me. If I'm going to sell my business, I wanted to know my worth. I wanted to know about my value. So it depends. It depends. The perspective of question. The perspective of the question. Either the question with the perspective of acquirer or with the perspective of acquiring. But here we require business valuation. Once again, F9, you have studied business valuation. We will cover there. In fact, we will revise first. Mixture of calculation and theory, but approximately 20 to 35 marks. Exam score. Examiner can examine anywhere, either with the question, 50 marks question or the 25 marks question. So, students, till now, do you have any question? You can ask me.
सर ये क्लासेस जो आप होंगी वो Zoom पे ही होंगी?
Any question you can ask me here.
So can you please confirm your classes are recorded or you will be live? Can you hear me?
Okay, move on. The D section covers two things. Number one, business reorganization. Number three, business reconstruction. Reorganization, reconstruction. Focus on this point. Change ahead. In a real business world, business need to restructure their components. For example, you have a group of business. You have a group of business. For example, your business group includes cement sector, textile sector, and airline. So after COVID, it's been 3 or 4 years that still your airline business having loss. And you wanted to restructure your business by selling airline business and collecting some amount and more focus on cement and textile. So this strategy you have designed, and that is called business reorganization. That's one of the examples. No? That includes sell of business. Something about demerger as well, we will cover later. MBO management buyout, selling the business but to the existing management, and more. That is what about the reorganization. So, is this reorganization valuable for us or not? That is the point of discussion when we will cover the syllabus area. Mixture of calculations, but theory, it's very important here. Exam scope 25 to 35 marks approximately. That's called That's a point. This section D, another part, that's called reconstruction. And this picture is very clear, reconstruction. What if the company having a negative surplus, the company have no money to repay the debts, the company is actually in ventilator, it's about to liquidate, but the management, for example, the management has a plan to restructure the business. The management has a restructure plan. So at this type of question, the examiner normally asks either what should be the right strategy about the company, or with respect to the stakeholders, what should be the right way, either to liquidate or to reconstruct. So here we need to report either to liquidate or either to reconstruct. This is once again the mixture of calculation and theory, and exam scope 25 to 35 marks question. This is what about the section D. Next point, the treasury and risk management. Treasury and risk management. The picture, shelter. You have studied in F9 the role of treasury function with respect to forex and interest, which means that business face different risk, and specifically forex movement risk. For example, in the case of regular import of raw material, if our currency devalue, local currency devalue, we may have a loss in the future. That is the forex risk. But how to manage this? By forward, by futures. A very detailed topic here to cover how to manage forex risk. And same, an independent topic about interest rate risk. The company wants to borrow some amount after some time. So how to manage that risk? Because if you are going to borrow after 3 months, and there are some analyst, economist having a perception that interest rate will increase. So what should be the right strategy to manage this interest rate risk? That is the point. Once again, this is more about technical, very much technical with calculations, and theory cannot ignore. Believe me, this is technical, but once you start to cover the things of the forex and interest, you will really enjoy this topic. Exam scope 35-45 marks. That is what exam scope. AFM specific, these are specific checklists of the theoretical areas. You can consider as a checklist, but about this we will discuss later on during syllabus areas. How to cover theory, how to cover calculations. AFM new exam structure. New exam structure means from September 22, AFM exam includes 20 professional skill marks. No change in syllabus. A limited change in syllabus which effective from September 23. A limited change with the theoretical aspect. I will discuss that one later on. But from September 22, the professional marks has introduced. But do remember, no change in exam format. Section A, 50 marks question, remains same. Section B, 25 marks 2 questions, remains same. Yes, the marking structure has now become changed. Total 100 marks question, 80 technical marks and 20 professional skill marks. For section A, for this 20 professional marks, section A, 50 marks question, one question, 10 marks related to professional skill marks. Section B, 25 marks question and 5 professional skill marks. Leave it 7 marks, 5 out of 7. 5 professional skill marks. The professional skill marks includes 4 components, 1, 2, 3, 4. Communication, analysis evaluation, skepticism, commercial acumen. But do remember, these 4 will examine with 50 marks question. All 4 will examine. But these 3 will only examine for section B part question. Means 50 marks question, examiner will examine the professional skill marks 1, 2, 3, 4 all. Communication, analysis, evaluation, skepticism, commercial acumen. But with section B, examiner will only examine analysis, evaluation, skepticism and commercial acumen. That's a point. How this will examine, we will cover during the phase of the questions. For PSM, no standard combination, means we cannot say, for example, 10 marks professional skill marks for 50 marks. Out of 50 marks, 10 marks professional skill marks. So, examiner examine with equal proportionate, no standard combination. That is very categorically mentioned. Marks not necessarily be and is evenly split across the skill being tested. And professional skills will examine as interconnected and tied with technical requirements. Means, do remember, professional skill marks actually integrated with the technical marks. A simple example, professional skill marks for calculation and theory both. For example, examiner is saying that calculate NPV with the spreadsheet. So calculation of NPV using the inflation factor, using the taxation factor, these are technical marks. But using a spreadsheet function, this is professional skill marks. So whenever you are attempting the question and getting technical marks, simultaneously incorporating the professional skill marks. For example, if you are working of NPV and getting technical marks, simultaneously applying the spreadsheet function, by applying the spreadsheet function, you will be able to get professional skill marks. That is the point. Same thing apply to the theory aspect as well. Whenever you are drafting the theory, you need to develop a tone of commercial acumen, tone of skepticism. How to incorporate the tone of commercial acumen and skepticism, we will provide the guidance to. That's the point. Now, AFM exam preparation. Very important. As you know that your exam format is a CB format. So I strongly recommend the main practice question that start from September 18 till March, June 23. All these past exam questions you need to attempt and practice with CB format and with the time conditions. If you really wanted to get success of the exam, use CB format. Don't delay. Number 1. Number 2, global passing rate is average 50%, average 40 to 43%. and AFM having the passing rate much higher than other optional papers as compared to AAA, APM, and even the ATX. The highest passing rate among all other optional exams. That's a motivation factor too. What are the real challenges? If you really wanted to get success or become under 42 or 40%, the very first thing is quality preparation. Quality preparation. And for quality your approach matters. Right approach. For example, you are a pilot of this aircraft, and now it's time to land your aircraft. The moment your mind says that land your aircraft, the first thing is to develop the approach. Because if you are not able to develop the right approach, the airline will crash. Everything will destroy. Here you will disqualify your paper. Who is he? He is not a pilot. He is waiting. Once your aircraft land, he will provide you the report card that, okay, you will qualify the exam. You have qualified the exam. His name is Sushmeet, and lead examiner. He is a lead examiner. Back to 2013-14, I met him in a conference where he actually communicated to all the tutors these points. What are the concrete reasons for the failure of this exam? First, he said that we observed that student having lack of detailed knowledge. In fact, students just study the selective areas of the syllabus, guesswork. So first of all, cover 100% syllabus area. Number two, poor time management. That's another point. Poor time management. Students are not able to complete the answer because lack of exam simulation. I'm not saying practice, exam simulation. You people just practice the question, but not the CB format. You people just practice the question, but not with exam condition. For 25 marks question, you have, for example, 50 minutes. Ask yourself how much you practice the question with a timer of 50 marks. From September 18 till March, June 23, if you practice the question with the CB format, practice the question with the time management, I can assure you, you will qualify your exam. Number 3, student actually consider the marker are foolish. What does student do? Restating the materials in the question. What you are doing? Just restating the material in the whatever mentioned, just copy paste the question context or the requirement on the answer spreadsheet, answer sheets with the word processors. So you will not be able to get any marks. Failing to respond all the requirements. Understanding of the requirement and response according to the examiner requirement is a key, and you will learn it once you practice the question accordingly. Calculation structure in a haphazard manner. Not adapting the balance approach, which means more time you people invest on calculation and less time you people invest for theory. Almost 55% examiner will examine theory. 40 to 45% calculation. But what you people do? Just invest 20-25% time on theory, which reflect the paper 45%. Sorry, 20-25% of the theory, which reflect 50-55% of the paper. So not the balance approach. So you have to prepare, practice, and then go for exam with the equal balance. Same for calculation, same for theory. That's a point. For AFM exam success, number one, 100% syllabus knowledge. Exam practice, calculation, theory, professional skill marks, and the CB format. Smart exam techniques for the time and marks management. And you need to get evaluation about the assignments and the mock feedbacks. You will be able to get success. Some deep insights. Before discussing some deep insights about AFM exam, can you please reply me? Whatever I'm saying, is this valuable for you? Are you getting the point what I'm saying here? Thank you very much. Now move on. Deep insights about AFM exam. This is a 25 marks question. Let's take analysis. 25 marks question. 25 marks question, 5 marks about professional skill marks. And this is what about 20 marks, remaining 20 marks. For remaining 20 marks, this 6 marks is theory. Out of the 7 marks, for the 7 marks, this is calculation. Okay. Last out of the 7 marks, something calculation, something explanation. So 7, 7, 6, total 20 marks. Out of this 20 marks, 6, and out of 7, this 4. 6 or 4, almost 10 marks for theory, 10 for calculation. So that means 50% calculation, 50% theory. That is the reality. Same for 50 marks question. A part, B part, C part. Okay, the screenshot is not actually it's not the complete screenshot here. Let's move towards there. Yes. Another 25 marks. 15 marks. That's calculation. But here comment. So out of 15, here 12 marks calculation and 3 marks comment. And here 5 marks criticize. That's theory. So almost 3 plus 5, 8, 47-48% theory. That is reality. That is reality. That's the inside of the questions. How to handle the professional marks? That is the point. With the syllabus area we will cover later. How to handle the professional skill marks. Now, past exam details. these 11 exam papers available for you people with the CB format. These 11 papers. Don't worry, these sheets will be available to all of you people. These 11 papers available available on the CB format. And these papers available with professional skill marks. 4 papers available with professional skill marks. Sorry, here the professional skill marks for 22 September, December, so September, and here. That's some typing mistake. It's 21, 20, and 20. The papers not available for professional skill marks. These 3 past papers available with the professional skill marks. This is what the specimen available with the professional skill marks. So total 4 past paper available with the professional skill marks. Plus education hub practice material available also. That's more than enough. And I will also guide you about the professional skill marks, don't worry. And these are the other past papers that's available on the PDF format. That's the past paper. AFM course material. Number 1, brief course notes available by me. Selected suggested answers available to you for student caliber and past paper question banks. You should arrange the Kaplan study text. 5 or 6 chapters I will recommend to study here. Selected technical articles. That's the point. You have almost 11 weeks to cover the syllabus. You can split 9 weeks with the preparation and 2 weeks for the revision. And last week you can attempt the mock, whatever the examiner publishes accordingly. So success rule, it's all about power of belief. If you really wanted to get the success, believe yourself. 4 things important. Number 1, self-confidence, that is called power of belief. Number 2, motivation, be energetic. Yes, I can do that. Avoid negativity, that is power of positivity. Avoid negativity. And well disciplined. Make a plan and be committed. That's discipline. So from my course, I will provide you to support the support about the motivation, support about the power of belief. That is called, yes, you can do this. But what you should do, make a disciplined plan and committed and avoid negativity. So that's all from my side. If you wanted to register with my course, you can approach to the Escribir Academy. Let's start the AFM journey. My course is based on, number 1, all courses pre-recorded, plus we will meet regularly, weekly basis, every Sunday 7 p.m. on a regular basis. Every Sunday 7 p.m. Number 2. Number 3, the most important thing, on a weekly basis, your progress normally evaluated in terms of the assignments, and normally I give assignment to you people on the roadmaps, available on the roadmaps, and you need to cover the things accordingly. You can ask me or you can reply me through the email or the WhatsApp. I will respond to you about your assignments and the mocks as well. We have a plan to conduct 1 mid-mock and 2 major mocks, the final mocks. So that is all from my side. If you ask any question, you can ask. Thank you very much.